Poxnora fans. This is TeaNinja on the Heart of Cards account. We got a game against ChiRho. Hope you enjoy. He'll probably be back. I'm going to start off with the Sky Color. We got a melee champ. With Jellebrium, you do not want to start without melee champs. The ranged champs are not too good early game, so we're not going to chance it. Alright, pretty good draws. We got a second melee champ. Love to see the extra Spicer. On this map, if you get if you're player 1 and you start with extra Spicer, depending on your opponent, it's kind of a wine in front of me situation, but you can kind of cheese or mid-flank cap. Any 7-speed Shadow Spawn champ can do that on this map, but it only really works as player 1. And if you've done it to them recently, they'll probably contest you. I've had that happen. Alright, I usually like to stop Shrine scurrying around 72 HP, depending on the map. Sometimes I will only scurry once. Alright, looks like we're facing Adaptive IS. Let's see. I know this guy has immunity magic upgrade, but let's see. He's going for the charged attack build. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get our Dispel out. It's always useful versus IS. He just triggered Quest Crusade. Nice little +2 damage, +1 defense. He won't get the heal, of course, but he's happy to get that damage. Counterattack melee is pretty brutal early game. Thankfully, we have Aura and 1 to 2 range. Ooh, an Exorcist. So he probably played him. Well, just because you can dispel the FS bubble and deflect. And Spell Swallower. Just in case, I'm doing Marsh Song or whatever. Jellies like to spam spells once they have a number of champs out. Alright, so there's a War Grovel position. He deployed him here instead of right here. So I wonder, is he going to send the War Grovel in to back up the Truth Seeker? Yeah, the Grovel actually will not be able to cap this font next turn. So he might as well just send the Exorcist. Which means he's probably going to back up his Truth Seeker with this Grovel. Alright. So we're going to go in, get some aura damage. We have Deflect up. We're out of Dispel range. We're going to move into our Mender in to get us into Weakened Spells range in case he Hammer Strikes. We can mitigate half of the damage. don't really want to do backfire boon yet. We do want to save that for a heal. If I was running regular backfire, I'd be a little more happy to run that. We will get our mediator out just for the stall. Jellies really have to slow the game down. Now against adaptive, it's a bit tricky. They want to spam spells, which is good for getting our racial online. We love that, but also adaptive champs can get kind of out of hand, especially if he puts a righteous deflection on there. It could be tough later. Alright, so he'll cap his font next turn with Exorcist. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if he's just trying to be aggressive mid font early, which is a valid strategy, or if it was just a, who knows what was going on. But he missed out on having this font this turn by deploying one space closer to the mid font than you normally would. Okay, so doesn't want to commit to an engage. I wonder if he's. I'm not sure what he's doing. I feel like he's gonna cast a hammer strike, maybe a sapping beam. Maybe he. Oh, he could do a. Okay, there's a sapping beam. I was thinking maybe he would do a Soul Reaver here, and then Truth Seeker onto this Mender. Alright, 14 damage, 12, so the Truth Seeker has a little more damage. So we might target our deflect. Alright, so I mean the only reason you would sapping beam a Mender when no one is damaged is you wanna keep them there, obviously. You wanna I mean, it seems like he's trying to go for a kill here next turn. Which, with the right spells that could happen. Our font over here is safe. Always want to keep that in mind. You can lose games that way. Since that font is safe, I feel like against adaptive, we want to just get a double weakened spells up as soon as possible. Alright, we are gonna just do a self-target deflect, just to play it safe here. We could do a double tap on this Grovel. There's no righteous deflection up. We would have seen that a second, a hidden spell. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for that second Mender. And we'll keep our Skycaller here because he is blocking the direct path to our Mender from the Grovelers. Nice 20 damage plus the aura, 26 damage. So that Grovel's pretty hurt. He's gonna need some spell support. Could be running repair. I could see times when repair in an adaptive deck useful just to keep the Grovel alive once he's got high damage. And he's foregoing the font cap to dispel the Skycaller. Okay. He really does not like that Mender. Once I get the Mender within range of this other Mender, we'll actually be immune to Hammer Strikes. But and if he had Hammer Strike the Skycaller, he would easily have the kill. So does he have the North for another damaging spell? And it will have to do. Oh, burn. It won't be enough. We'll have 2 HP left. Wait, unless he has an aura. Oh, yeah, charged attack. That's right. Okay. Of course. Okay. Well, he got the kill. He's got the hammer strike. We'll move our Minder in. Oh, but see, he's already used enough spells that we have our racial online. The question is, did he cast another spell there at the end? Because if he has Righteous Deflection up, we need to dispel that before attacking. Holy Blade. Yeah, there's nothing in here in the combat log. When in doubt, check the log. Alright, well, I'm just questioning not capping that font 2 rounds ago. But, let's see. Alright, guys, I apologize for the ads. They'll be over in a second. Alright, we're gonna move in, go for the kill here. Alright, so I ran out of time there. I wanted to move in and grab this globe. Honestly, actually, no, I don't want to do that, because I would have got double tapped by both of these units. I was pausing the recording to hopefully have most of the ad be skipped. We're gonna get that premium later, just so there's no ads. Alright, so he did Burning Crusade. Pretty awesome spell for Paladins, thanks to the refund. Grovel Bombardment. Interesting thing about this spell. Oh, that's weird. This spell, last I checked, it ignores the Iron Fist faction bonus, but it did not get through weakened spells. And for the okay, that's it. We'll try to get another game. All right, we're back with another game. This is against rank number 2, Elephant Gun. I like to just call him Elephant Gun. So this guy is well on his way to be ranked number 1. Now that Alakami retired, this is the only guy remotely close in rating, so he's just been playing a lot. Looks like we are facing Iron Fist Adaptive again. So this is a double Iron Fist Adaptive feature. We saw ChiRho play. Now we're going to see Mr. Elephant Gun. Alright, so we have a phenomenal opening hand. You only have 4 melee jellies, and you run 2 of each, and you just hope that you draw a couple in the first couple rounds. Early Diplomat. If you don't know, when a Diplomat is played, oh, he's got the nice limited edition version here, the Red Minister. But yeah, when a Diplomat's played, they have the unique ability. Each faction has one of these Diplomats. It pacifies the nearest opposing champ and the closest friendly champ to that opposing champ. So it doesn't matter in this opening round here, but it can be pretty powerful later in the game, especially when you pair it with a passive champ or just a chump champ. Alright, so he's playing adaptive. When I do that with Iron Fist, I like to run Unobstructed View as opposed to other detection methods, just because it's a spell. So if he's running that, we kind of lose our stealth advantage if he plays it. that's alright. Okay, I was hoping for a third melee champ, especially against this guy. I know he's probably running Righteous Deflection. What we will do is we'll get our Dispel champ out right away, just to discourage any impervious or other things like that. He's got the limited edition Magnus as well. He's balling out. He did predict where I was at. I was going to go right here to be closer to the spot, but I decided I wanted to be closer to reinforcements. Oh, the Hammer Strike. So we don't have spot cleanse, so we're going to have to bubble. Otherwise, he's just dead. But Iron Fist also does not have spot dispel. And we can heal up with this little mender here. Alright, so we're gonna get our banner done as well. He's gonna heal up with Blessed, but we did the Taylor guy. That's a pretty strong start from Elephant Gun. The Aspect of Divinity. This is a tough one. This one actually is pretty crazy against Jellies. This heal charged procs for every single Jellebrium that heals with the racial. So usually when I fight it with Jellies, this thing gets it'll pretty much always ascends. And once it does that, it's nuts. It becomes range 8, 75 HP, 2 defense. It's pretty nuts. And then it's immune to a bunch of CC. And it's got its other abilities, Sentinel being the big one. We don't pack a lot of magic damage. It's pretty much just this little dude. So we can't really take advantage of the vulnerability. Alright, but he is backing up. We could possibly do a tempo double tap play here. I will proc melee, counter attack melee. We are out of range for a backup attack from the X Despicer back here. Okay, so I think, yeah, he's pressuring our font here too. Yeah, this is how you do it. Kind of have to get our font defender out here. As much as I would like to be more aggressive. Alright, so we're going to go in. Hopefully we're just going to block our Mender from this guy with our X Despicer. We could lock this guy in. That might be the best move. Yeah, let's do that. The reason we're doing that is we do not want a battle drum. I also don't want to just give him a free counterattack melee without having to be majestic first. Or awestruck. Oh, he is contesting. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, Jellebrium, I mean, Adaptive is a late game deck too, like Jellebrium, but they don't have the same weakness that Jellebrium have early. Like, you saw I had to either defend this font or this font. And I don't exactly have a ranged powerhouse. This is definitely a support champion. I don't have I mean, even this champ starts off stronger. Granted, she's a lot more expensive. Um, yeah, this is the true test of if you. Not that Jellebrium are super complicated, they're not, but their power curve early game is just non-existent. So being able to survive with the best players like this guy, that's where the knowledge on the deck comes in. Let's see, so this guy, we can attack him once with each X Despicer. He's soul tapped. So we'll do 14 damage. That'll leave him with, times 2, 28. That leaves him with 3 HP. We don't have any spell that can, I'm not running the land cannons in this deck right now because I like Erode and Corrode. Land cannons do help with the early game. So we're even out of healing mind range. Alright, this is what we gotta do. You just have to Font Eruption. It's not going to hit this guy, but it will give us tempo. Yeah, we do have to deal with that side part here in a second. But we were able to kill the red minister before we could pop off the battle drum, which really hurt. Got some vulnerable magic damage on this. It's just 7 damage. Yeah, like I said though, once the Jelly Racial kicks in, which it should kick in soon since he's playing adaptive, this thing's just gonna get charged up out of control. Alright, so we're gonna have to, unless I draw another Lightbringer, I'm gonna have to deploy the Skybringer here. He's gonna kill my banner, unfortunately, but we'll be able to contest the next round. Okay, he played the Pummel damage booster here. He can still only attack twice, but if he kills this, he can Pummel and then grab the Nora Globes if he has a spell support. Just out of range from Divinity, thank goodness. Okay, Impervious, that's why we run Dispel on the Minder, get it out right away in this matchup. Okay, oh right, forgot he had Tempo? No, it was the Impervious. But it's not enough, he needs one more spell. One more spell. I would have put the Minder in the weakened, charged attack. No? Oh, he doesn't have charge attack, he has charge blast. That takes 5 instead of 3. Alright, I don't know why he made that play. I don't think he was really thinking about the Minder's the spell. I guess you don't really see Minder in meta FS, you just see them Jellebrium, but alright, we do have to be mindful of that counterattack melee. We do want to get in range for Healing Mind. Okay. Alright. Yeah, and our racial's already up because, adaptive likes to spam spells. Alright, so we got the Awestruck condition. That'll make the counter punch a lot more manageable. Alright, so we do have the kill. Not too much. Oh, the Sentinel is brutal. Yeah. That's brutal. We are gonna get a Dark. No, see, I want to get Dark Weaver out, but we can't contain with the Magnus, so we have to get a Skycaller out. Alright, so we'll just finish him off. Ah, yikes. Yeah, that was a misplay. See, the Sentinel is insane. I should have did Mind Wipe first, so that mistake will probably cost me the match. It's pretty tough to deal with the aspect. But yeah, I should have mind wiped. Honestly, I should have moved. Paid the 3 to disengage, mind wipe. Both of them, so Sentinel can't proc, and then just done as much damage as I could. So that's gonna cost me the battle. Alright, sorry, I just wanted to pause while the ad was playing. He hammer strike, he killed my guys. We most likely have lost this match due to one misplay. One misplay is all you get at the highest level. Yeah, we don't have the Nora to play the Mindbender. That's who we actually want right now. Pretty brutal. Yeah, that one misplay is all it takes. So we retreat. Not a lot we can do here. Okay, well, against a player like ChiRho, I could probably make that mistake and stick it out, possibly still win, but no, this guy's too good to, you can't give him any free advantage like that. This guy is not gonna let up. Now he's just on the roll. It's already a tough matchup because, like I said, this divinity just ramps up for each jelly I have out. um, yeah, we've already lost 2 of our melee champs. Very, very much needed. This guy's on the way out too. So we kind of ran. You can't fight this stuff with the range champs. You have to have the melee champs in the front doing the most of the work. I'll give it 1 or 2 more rounds. He's got the hard. Yeah, like I said, man, this is just the toughest part here is not just the early game advantage most decks have against Jellebrium, but like this thing, dude. Anything with hill chart, well, This is probably the best champ with heal charged, but yeah, it just ramps up so quick with everybody healing 2 HP, giving it 1 charge per champ. Not to mention his own champs healing with the, this kind of stuff. And we just barely survived thanks to his spam, upgrading the rank of the racial we receive. But now oh yeah, he's gonna have 20 charges because he'll heal on the holy ground. And once that happens, it's GG. This was very much winnable. One mistake is all you get sometimes. Yeah, so Skycollar's dead. If I send Mindcaller down there, we're just losing in every area right now. So the game is done. Our only hope. Okay, just for fun, we'll do this. We'll see what happens. A little backfire boon. It's pretty obvious when FS does a hidden spell, it's backfire. So he probably won't cast a spell first, but let's see if he does. We'll move out of attack range. Just kidding. We're still in attack range. All right, we've lost. Yeah. Okay. GG. All right. Game 3. We are facing Gnomes this time. I believe he is playing like a SP collective deck. Alright, we took out the backfire boon for the cannon. Just because I figured against Elephant Gun, I'm not going to get a good use on that backfire boon. Figured I'd grudge match him, but happy to face Gnomes. Alright, so if I have the option, I like to start off with X Despicer in the opening round as player 1, just so they don't know exactly what font I'm going to. On this map, it doesn't matter too much, but, just some mind games. Alright, Gnomes plays a Holy Slag. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is his collective SP deck. So it's just kind of like a meta deck, but you do, one of each race to get that collective bonus. This unit, oh, I thought he might have detection. Might be an upgrade. It's Illuminate. Nora Miner, always helpful. There's the collective. So this Angel, she gets that collective bonus, plus 2 damage, plus 5 HP, and then she's gonna most likely intensify as well, so she'll be pretty pretty good. We're gonna have to get the spell out for the Void Shield, or we're gonna have a really hard time killing her. especially because we like to do a lot of psychic damage. On this map, I usually don't want to scry this much, but I need to see that Mender for the Dispel. Okay, well, this is tough. I want to play one of these awesome melee tramps. We're just shy 2 Nora for that. Let's see. Sorry about the ad. All right, sorry. I just pausing the recording on these ads. I'm gonna have to get premium after this. All we missed was, I moved Angel over the Kappa's font, moved the Slag over by the shrine, which is a little safer than sending them out here. He could pressure my font, but I also have a Shadow Spawn unit, so... Oh, he has his detection wolf out, so that's a good unit to send over here. Can see where I'm at, protect his font, and pressure mine, and get that solitary bonus, most likely. Alright, so the first real choice of the game, where do we move our X-Despicers? I'm thinking away from his wolf, just so he doesn't have free information on where we're at. We can be a little ballsy and put X-Despicer here. I'm hoping he doesn't have another detection unit, or at least he doesn't have another one revealed. We'll get the Skycaller ready. To intercept that wolf. Yeah, Pit Wolf is pretty stacked when he's by himself with Solitary. Look at this guy. Oh, and he's got the Collective as well, so that's a pretty good stat checker right there. Claire hunted as well, so he's getting in. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. He'll go down to 3 defense once the SP font wears off. Still, and I think he runs SP banner, so once he gets that out, we're looking at plus 10 HP, plus 3 damage on all his units. So these collective decks, outside of FS or even within FS, are pretty fun. Gives you a pretty good reason to run a variety of champs you might not usually run in a meta deck where you're running a bunch of times 2 stuff or a theme with a bunch of the same race. Early Angel was pretty nice deploy for him. He had detection when he needed it. I imagine he's probably running a site. Well, he's probably running a bunch of FS non-champs, so he might not have Cyclops Eye Belt. I'm trying to remember if Dreadeye Symbiote gives detection or not. I think it does. It gives precision. No, I think it might just be precision and poison. Oh, Head Shrinker. Okay, thank goodness he doesn't have the detection upgrade. He went for I don't remember which one's which, but yeah, thank goodness no detection upgrade there, or he would have spotted us. No, we would have been just out of range, but it's still good for us. Okay, so I think the best play is to go in on this font and try our very best to kill this angel before it intensifies. It's gonna be rough, but it's yeah, probably our best bet. The wolf is pretty far away. No cheeky rock trap, thankfully. Alright, he hunted I believe it was this extra spice here. Yeah, so we're keeping that as far away from the wolf as possible. That +4 damage is pretty brutal on the clear hunted. Alright, we do need to get the Mender out, or we're not going to have any real good way to kill the Angel. It's just pretty good unit. Defensive support unit anyways. Alright, this slag can easily double tap us. We can only go forward a little bit without getting double tapped. Yeah. Alright, so he'll have to keep the Angel here for the font. Thankfully no physical damage there at least. He might have like a peak style. I'm just gonna go back one spot. Gotta play a little safe here. So now, if I were him, I'd probably want to send my head shrinker up here to help this Angel out. Maybe the slag as well. And then I'd probably want to send my pit wolf. Oh, I thought that was regeneration for a second, like on top of solitary. It'd be nuts. They have the same icon. Yeah, you can send this wolf over here, kind of, scout for the extra spicers. He doesn't know for sure that they're both over here. Pressure my font for relatively cheap Nora, investment. I thought about moving the extra spicer one space closer right here, which maybe he would have avoided detection, but I wanted to keep that 1 AP so that we could double tap in response. Looks like we could probably safely cast a bubble. Normally against SP, you don't really want to use bubble unless you have backfire up because they'll just vertical push you. In addition to the removal and the 20 or no, it's 18 damage. It gets rid of the bubble, so it's pretty bad against SP. But I'm guessing most of his champs are SP. He's got the banner, and so most of his non-champs will be FS, so we can probably safely do a bubble here. Vulnerability Frost. I have 0 frost damage. It's a good little cheap unit. Okay, always gotta be mindful of rock traps, but I guess in this case probably poison traps. He's being conservative with that pit wolf. Maybe he, yeah, I guess he's just playing it safe there. Our Coral Creeper got effed up. Hit twice, but once each by these two powerhouses right here. Alright, so it's pretty rough for us. We don't want to lose him. Okay, we can go here and just be out of that wolf's attack range. We'll go here and get a double orb off. We could have a poison trap here, but the Creeper will be safe, so we're gonna go in. I'm gonna hit the slag. Alright, so instead of doing bubble, we are going to constrict. We'll do a bubble. No. Alright. That's probably the best turn we could do. Some nice damage with the Skycaller. Mender giving us that weakened spells. We can follow up with some Healing Mind. Get this Creeper back up. We are going to have to deploy a melee champ, probably the Lightbringer, to defend our side font here. Once we deploy that, balls to his court if he wants to contest or wants to join the fray over here. We went with the Dark Reaver. Usually I don't play it until we have a kill lined up. But we went with that just because against the champs he has out, Impair Vision's pretty good, especially against the Slag. And we want Shroud to try and keep this Creeper alive, give us a chance to hopefully heal it with the Mender, depending on how bad he messes up this Skycaller. We'll choose which one we heal. The Constrict came in super clutch here. He's neither SP or FS have spot cleanse, so he's pretty much has to do what we want. And that's probably his top concern right now, because this Angel is not going to be able to intensify at this rate. She does have resist Psychic 3 now. The Constrict damage will help. Ooh, Lost Echoes. Where did he cast that? Oh, there, Extra Spicer up top. Okay, not good. So that is, well, that is two cooldowns. We're gonna take 5 DOT. So as long as we have rank 1 of our racial, we'll be good. And we do. Thank goodness. That's a rare downside for the Lost Echo spell, because you have to use 2 of them. But that Font of Restoration combo, really good. I remember talking to Gnomes about this deck. He's doing pretty well on it. Okay. Yeah, so there's no way we can kill this thing right here. We're gonna have to do a bubble. Extra Spicer. If we do that, though, we can't deploy over here. So we're in a pretty tricky spot. Yikes. Yeah, so we have to bubble. It sucks, but we have to. He'll just die to the DOT if we don't. So we got the kill there. We're gonna go all in on this fight here. I'll just play this spell, or this relic, I mean. We're gonna get the kill with the aura. Get rid of his Nora Miner, proc our first Sands of Time. He plays Corruption. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I see when I play Head Shrinker, I do not do Corruption. I play him in Hyenids. So that was a big misplay on my part. I should have just let the Extra Spicer go, because loss of life goes around the bubble. It is kind of tough to commentate, try to make an entertaining commentary while I play. But hey, it just adds to the challenge. I'm sure Gnomes knows all about that. He's the top recorder, commentator. Yeah, not looking too good. This angel is popping off. Look at this. It's nuts. Yeah, we just don't have it. Even okay, so what could we have done differently just to reflect? If I didn't do bubble, I could have deployed the champ, but we still would be losing up here. Yeah. Next to Spicer will barely survive thanks to the racial up 1 HP, but then we're dead the following turn. Corruption only has a 1 turn cooldown. Wow. So bubble's not even an option. The full health angel, man, yeah, this font is such a good combo with that. Our best chance was just getting lucky with the racial and putting both of his fonts in cooldown. That would have been clutch. Alright, so. Alright, well, we can attempt to keep our guy alive with Minder. 4. Yeah, at least the heart shaker will die. We still have to deal with the angel, though. Now we can do bubble, since that behind it will die. The problem is this thing is super tanky. We have to dispel it, and the real problem is we're losing our pawn over here. Okay, he's got range 4. We'll stay out of there. We're gonna take a cannon hit probably. Okay, all hope is not lost yet. We do have the numbers. He's investing a lot on this angel, which now is decaying. So that's pretty good. He can't do another font. Um, there's also that, I forget the name, there's that equipment that gives you life siphon in FS. So that would be pretty brutal if you had that. He's going to steal our font and I guess pressure our shrine. I would have just gone for this relic. That's alright. We're all in on this angel. He can take my font. We'll take this one. We're just hoping that we're hitting the right stuff with the racial and Santa time. This is anyone's match right now. 22 damage. Let's see. Monsoon. Thanks to Monsoon, he gets us down to 1 HP. He might have forgot about weakened spells. People tend to do that. Because with that, we may be on the... If we're on the second rank of our racial, we'll survive. If not, we are dead. So it really depends on how many he has up right now. Or down. Yes, okay, yeah, that's great. He destroyed that relic with his Monsoon, so if I don't know how many he has on cooldown, but if he hit 10 because of that relic destruction, the correct move would have been to play it over here just to not destroy his own relic. Alright, so we are going to move in and dispel. Let's see, does that resist magic yet? Oh yeah, we don't have any magic damage. We do have electricity. Gonna really hope he doesn't have a poison trap. If he does, it's GG. Alright, we lucked out. Okay. We should have the kill here. Just kind of winging it. Just resetting that void shield is huge. Alright, so he has one turn to deploy here. If he had kept his wolf over here, he'd be basically taking that font now and they'd be pretty screwed. Instead, he opted to go towards my shrine. Could be a good move. I'm not thinking though. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I moved out of range of my Yeah, I guess I actually didn't have enough AP to get out of both the cannon range and the aura, so tis what it is. Oh, we got the golden fish. Oh, he is going for the shrine. Wow, he's going all in. I think we're gonna have to leap away. We'll fortify maybe. There's a paralytic feedback. That's not great for us. We gotta get in there. Let's get a Lightbringer up in here. Gonna be close. I guess going for the Shrine Pressure is pretty smart with the Solitary Champ. gonna do our best to punish him for it, though. And that's why you don't Shrine Scary too much, especially on this map. Normally I only even do it once on this map, but we wanted that Mender out ASAP for the Void Shield. Number one priority is keeping the Avatar alive. So, as much as I'd like to cap this font, I gotta keep him alive, so our best bet is just leap out of this shit. Probably put this guy in a ranged mode. Is he really a melee unit? Yeah, okay. Guess he's. Oh no, he's range 5. Okay, so we'll probably deflect the ranged unit. I want to pressure his font up here to take pressure off of us. Alright, yes, we have to get out of dodge. I think we'll do another Lightbringer. Well, hopefully we didn't mess up our leap. We did a little bit. Alright. Yeah, we want to get out of dodge. Alright, well, he does have to defend this font, or we can contest the creeper. We'll deflect the first attack from this Fesh, and so we can get a couple attacks in. This water is non-impeding. He's going all in with the Avatar. Ooh, we are both at 75 HP. Yeah, in a straight up Avatar fight. Oh, there's the attack. Okay, so he blasted himself. Alright, I guess that's it. Good game, Gnomes.